The man pretended to be taking pictures of his girlfriend, but in reality, he was secretly aiming his camera at a military defense map hanging behind her. The map contained detailed markings of firepower distribution and troop deployments along the country's border. When a military officer walked in, the man quickly denied taking any photos. Since the officer was his brother-in-law, he didn't question him further and simply left. However, as he walked away, the officer began to feel uneasy. The man's position while taking photos was perfect for capturing the classified military map. Meanwhile, using photography as an excuse, the man took his girlfriend to the border, intending to capture even more military secrets. At one point, he found an excuse to send his girlfriend away. Then, he pulled out an old-fashioned camera and began frantically photographing the border area. What he didn't realize was that a military officer had already spotted him through binoculars and was watching his every move. The officer decided to play along to avoid alerting him. When the couple returned from their photo shoot, the officer invited them to stay longer, offering to take them sightseeing the next day. The man, thinking he had more chances to steal secrets, happily agreed. What he didn't know was that the officer was leading them straight into an interrogation room. However, due to a lack of solid evidence, the intelligence officer had to hold back for the time being. Later that night, while his girlfriend was doing her makeup, the man quickly pulled out his notebook and began comparing notes with the data on the stolen map. At that moment, the officer entered the room with a group of men. They came bearing drinks and a lavish feast, pretending to be friendly. By the time the meal was over, the spy was completely drunk. Seizing the opportunity, the officer opened his briefcase and discovered a handgun along with stolen defense maps of the border. Realizing the seriousness of the situation, the officer immediately reported the findings to his superior. A military operations meeting was held, and the analysis revealed that drug traffickers were searching for weak points in the country's border defense. In response, the general ordered a full-scale operation. Sure enough, later that night, thinking the coast was clear, the spy quietly drove out of the military base. But he had no idea that the military had already set a trap along his route, waiting for him to take the bait. Just as the spy stopped his car, a group of terrorists began moving in the shadows. Watching from a hidden spot, the general saw everything unfold. The enemy had no idea what was coming next. Things were about to take a very bad turn for them.